Hello, everyone. This is Miller-French with Angelic Hands, and I am streaming live on my two pages on Facebook. So, for Angelic Hands, as well as my psychic medium page for Ann Miller-French, and on my channel on YouTube for Angelic Hands. So, hello and welcome. If you're just joining me for the very first time, thank you for being here. If you've been with me, following me for quite some time, welcome back. It's always nice to see who's here catching the live, or even if you catch the replay today. Definitely let me know who's here with me. I am the owner and founder of Angelic Hands. I wear many different hats, and I was guided by my higher self and my team in spirit to do a guided meditation for all of you today, really harnessing and utilizing these powerful energies, this portal that we're all in of the 22222. And truth be told, I was really feeling a lot of shifting and purging and changing from early on this week leading up to today. And um just so much going on. And this actually started, I want to say, during the weekend. It actually feels later in the week. I know we're still in the early stages, but that's how intense it's been. And I've been doing my healing work for many, many years, going back to 1990-91 time frames. So, depending on where you're at with your spiritual awakening, your awakening process, your ascension journey, it's different for all of us. So ground your energy. You can just imagine that you have a grounding cord that's connecting you to Mother Earth's energy. You can imagine that you have roots growing out of the bottoms of both of your feet, just really making that connection. Or if you're in a warm climate somewhere in the world, stand outside in earth, stand outside in ground, get your feet in the dirt, in the grass. Here in, I'm in Elkhorn, Wisconsin, and it's cold, and we have icy conditions today. It's very cold, and I guess we're going to have some snow today too. So it's still winter. Hydrate, lots and lots of water, and breath work. That breath work is going to be your best friend. So if you have a lot, that's coming up to the surface right now, just really holding space for yourself, being present with yourself. I know that this can be intense for many of you, depending on where you're at with your current journey. um, I know for me today, I'm grateful to be here and to be able to hold space for all of you, and hold space for my clients that I work with on a weekly basis. So I'm very, very grateful for all the different forms of blessings and abundance that are in my life each and every day. So, a little bit about me before I get started with today's guided meditation. I am a quantum life coach. So, I offer life coaching. I'm a psychic and a medium and an intuitive uh, and an empath. So, I offer psychic readings, medium readings, oracle card readings, and I also work with energy healing. So, I'm a Reiki master teacher. I do sessions as well as do the attunement process and the teaching coaching process for anyone that's looking to become a certified Reiki practitioner. I'm also a light language practitioner and a quantum energy healer for various workshops, different things. So if you're catching me on YouTube, you can catch my events on Facebook. If you're catching me on Facebook, you can see different things that I offer on YouTube. You can also find me on Instagram. All of my links are available on my website, which is ReikiAngelikHands.com. That link will also be available in the description. So whether you're catching this on the live or on the replay, And you can come back to this meditation as many times as you feel guided. So my website is reikiangelikhands.com. This February, I'm still celebrating 6 months since I started my practice back in February 2016. And wow, so many changes, so many things that I've learned about myself, so many things that I've learned about all of you and all the different clients that I've been able to hold space for over the years. And also, continuing to do my daily self-care practices, and knowing that as I show up for me, it allows more of me to show up for all of you. So I have a couple of props with me today. In the description, I mentioned that this is going to be a guided meditation, and this guided meditation is called the blank canvas. That's been coming through today. So using this, portal of energy, and I look at it that, we can utilize it in two amazing ways. um, what is it that you would like to create for yourself? You hear about new earth, you know, the changes that you make on the inside are a direct reflection of what you see on the outside. So if you want to see changes outside of you, start within. Honest to goodness, it truly does start from within. So it's like we're movie projectors, sending information out. We're constantly manifesting, whether you're aware of it or not. So I have my first prop, which is a blank canvas. And that's what I'm going to have you imagine or hold the intention. If you're not an imaginary person, that's okay. Your intention is so powerful. So you're going to imagine that you have a blank canvas, however that shows up to you. And that's what we're going to use. It's a blank canvas. It's yours. That's what you're going to use to visualize. What is it that you'd like to create for yourself? Um, the other one I'll be sharing with you in a moment. The other part of this is I'm going to do some spoken light language. I'm holding the intention right now that anyone that's catching this on the live, catch this on the replay. You're also receiving distant Reiki healing. So if you're not familiar with Reiki, it is the universal life force energy. When you receive it remotely, receive it as absentee Reiki, distant Reiki. It's referred to as many different things. I am the conduit through which the energy flows. Through my intention, you are receiving exactly what it is that you need to bring about greater balance to your body, your mind, your spirit. And any areas, that are running slow, that are stuck, that are stagnant, all the energy wheels, may have heard the word chakras, prana, chi, it's all energy. We are energetic beings. And if the energy is running slow, sluggish, stuck, you have aches, pains, ailments, illness, different things coming up. These are messages for us. They're messengers, and you could have trapped emotions. You may have had, an injury that happened years ago. Things are popping up, trying to get your attention for greater healing. So looking at these areas that are not in harmony, the energy is not running like this, but it's like this, and then like that, and then like this. So I want to bring about that balance. So even if you imagine a triangle, body, mind, spirit, bringing everything into perfect harmony. With the light language, which will be spoken in addition to the distant Reiki, light language is the universal language of the soul. When you hear me speak it, it may sound like I'm speaking absolute gibberish. That's okay. It is actually going to bypass the human mind, the egoic part of self, that likes to try to analyze, well, what is she saying? This doesn't make sense. I don't understand it. It will be understood by your soul. It will be understood by every cell in your body, and you will take from it exactly what it is that you're meant to receive. It will leave a beautiful energetic imprint. bring about even deeper healing. It works so synergistically, beautifully well, partnered up with Reiki and also with each modality as in their own right, in their own way, a standalone. So today it's going to be a little bit of distant Reiki and a little bit of light language. So again, the light language will be spoken to you. Just going to do just a little bit just to help bring up, as you start looking at, I mentioned before with the first prop, here's your blank canvas. No matter how this shows up on an easel or is it something that just pops up in front of you, we go through the meditation. It's going to be things that you want to create. Hi, Carly. Thank you for hopping on. So good to see you. And then with the other part of this, it's with this energy healing component. We want to, through your intention, through your willingness, if you ask yourself right now, where am I feeling stuck? Where am I feeling blocked? What am I afraid to look at? What am I afraid to lose? Are there any fears? Are there any emotions, any uncertainties, any worries, any doubts, anything coming up for you? We want to gently bring that up, bring that into your awareness, and start creating space. So when we start to feel full and just full to the brim, it's literally sending out a message to the universe saying that you're full. I'm full. I don't have space for anything else. But if you're asking to create things, you want to create. Essentially, you want to create space. So we want to start clearing out the clutter, as I lovingly call it, and start dusting away, clearing away that energetic debris, no matter what that looks like. So if you're working through grief right now, it's a lot of grief coming up for the collective. There's different fears coming up. If anybody's just starting out with their awakening journey, just trying to wrap their head around. I mean, gosh, I remember, when I first started this journey back in the early 90s, and I mean, even going back to, I was learning about crystals and energy healing and what is a reading and how does this work? And like, I was on this quest and really wanted to learn things and get a better understanding of, myself and my body. So, be a meditation, just a Reiki, little light language. And here is the other part. I was kind of curious. So I'm going to preface this explanation by a little bit of backstory. So back on, when was this? February 16th, we had our last full moon. So depending on where you're at in the world, that date may differ. But for me here in Wisconsin land, it was on February 16th. And at that time, I had channeled some light language. I actually had a blank canvas. I was attracted to certain colors. And this is layered. I call it layered. So there's messages on top of messages on top of messages. At that time, I was guided to share it with a small handful of people where it popped in at random. I've learned to get out of my own way. Don't second guess it. Just share it. Get it out at that time. So today, right before I went on this live, I was guided to share this again, to share this with all of you. And this particular light language that I channeled through art, it's called Law and Order. And this is prosperity and abundance codes for manifestation. And I feel like I'm going to cry right now because this is going to help to shake loose some of that stuff that's coming up, in this portal and these energies. And I'm actually feeling the energies coming through from all of you. So this message is going out from my heart to yours. I am holding space for all of you. And whenever you have that feeling like you want to give up, you want to throw the towel in, the message that's coming through, don't give up on you. You've come this far. Keep going. Change is coming. And our job is not to figure out the how and the when. Our job is to be master manifestors, start looking at what's standing in our way, what are we afraid to look at, start going into those darker places and start bringing these things up, giving a voice to these parts of us that have been stuck, that have been hidden, that have been locked up for so long, calling home those parts of us that have been checked out for so long, coming back into your body and feeling whole again, and honoring, what's coming up through your heart, following your heart and soul as far as that guidance, even if it doesn't make sense at the time, and start bringing about greater healing. So the additional message to what I'm going to be sharing on this piece is be prepared for what you ask for because it's coming. And this is from love, from my heart to yours. So I'm going to just pop this up on the screen. Just take a moment with that and know that just by looking at this image, you are receiving an energetic imprint in your cells. So again, this is called Law and Order, Prosperity and Abundance Codes for Manifestation. Be prepared for what you ask for because it's coming. Hi, Dominique. Oh, beautiful. Making art. Not making art today, but you are actually going to be creating your own masterpiece. I guess we can say that it is art. So I take that back, Dominique. You're going to imagine that you have a blank canvas, or you can have a canvas in front of you. But I find that as I walk you through, any guided meditation, it's always helpful to close your eyes, go within, turn off the monkey mind, following the sound of my voice, allowing yourself to be immersed in the message, receive whatever it is that's going to come through. And then you can, take whatever paintbrushes or colors or whatever it is, whether you're doing it during the meditation, after the meditation, really taking some time with whatever is coming up for you and imagining what it is that you want your world to look like. What do you want your new earth to look like? And what are you willing to let go of? What are you willing to shed? And I know when I was getting ready this morning, I, always visualize like when standing under the shower and water, like purifying, washing away, purifying, clearing away what no longer serves. I've seen this a couple of times, and we have this beautiful kundalini energy. So again, I saw the head of the serpent like coming up and connecting with that powerful energy. So just absolutely amazing. So really tapping into our sexual energy, that creative space. And I will tell you firsthand that working from my own personal journey of, working through clearing out sexual trauma, PTSD, working through different triggers, different healing modalities that I felt drawn to, connected to, things that I practice even on a daily basis to continue to honor uh, all of me and accepting all of me, loving all of me. So it's holding that intention. Perhaps part of, what you'd like to put on your canvas is a healthier body, a healthier mind. What does your higher self look like? Like the most ideal version of you. What does he or she look like? What is he or she doing? Where are you living? Are you traveling? Visualizing abundance coming through in all forms, not prosperity. I mean, it's not just money. It's what would you like to create? So I am super excited to share this with all of you today. So I'm just going to ask you to find a comfortable spot you can sit down for this, lie down, and we're going to get started. All right. So yeah, I definitely need to get a little more grounding in here because I'm feeling whew, supercharged right now. This energy is no joke through the roof. All right. I am going to keep my eyes open for the duration of this meditation. Typically, I would have my eyes closed, but because the energy is, it's very powerful and got some crazy weather going on outside, I want to make sure I don't lose a connection with any of you. But I'm going to ask, whether excuse me, you're catching this on the live, later on the replay, go ahead, close your eyes, letting go of all external distractions, and we're going to start to do some breath work. So I'm going to have you take a nice deep breath into the nose. You're going to try to hold your belly breath if you can for a count of 3, and then you're going to completely exhale this air out of your mouth. So it goes like this. I'll sound it out. I want you to continue to do that. If you can't hold the belly breath, that's okay. You may find that if you do the belly breath work technique, you might feel a little dizzy. If you do, just make sure you're seated and comfortable for this. Again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Want you to visualize and or hold the intention that as you're taking these breaths in, letting the breath out, you are grounding your energy, you're connecting to Mother Earth, really anchoring in these beautiful energies on this powerful day of 2/22/22. More breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And one more nice big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now you can just focus on your breath as normal. Really bringing your awareness inside of your body. Do a quick body scan and just take note of any areas where you may be feeling any aches, pains, any tension. If you're currently working through any body pain or any illness right now, whatever it is, just taking note of it, being present with yourself, tuning into sound of your breath, the sound of my voice. And the first part of this is we're going to go on a journey together. And first and foremost, have a little conversation with your inner child and all parts of you. And you may say to yourself, I am safe. I hear you. I see you. I'm not going to abandon you. I'm so proud of you for being here today. And I love you. Really feel into this. Settle into your heart. So we're going to go on this journey and like you to imagine what feels good to you. Is it a warmer climate? Are you drawn to a sunny spot? An area that has grass under your feet? Or is there sand? Maybe it's pavement. Just going to imagine that you're walking forward And you're going to continue to be guided forward. You may even see little signs along the way that are moving you forward. Don't have to know exactly how to get there. Just trust that you're being guided. And you're going to continue to walk forward until you see a desk. This might be a wooden desk or a metal desk or something that you remember as a child. But this desk is no ordinary desk. It's very welcoming, it's inviting, may even look sparkly, like it's really trying to get your attention. Almost as if it's saying, "Look at me, have a seat." So you're going to walk up to this desk and you're going to see a chair that's welcoming you in, welcoming you to have a seat. And in front of you, you're going to see your blank canvas. Is it square? Is it round? Is it flat? Is it thick? Just let the image come to you. And if you're not a visual person, that's okay. Just hold the intention. This will still work. And then on each side of the canvas, you notice that there's all these amazing colors. You have colored pencils, you have crayons, you have paints, you have markers, all these tools that are available for you to use if you choose to use them. You can also just use your imagination. I'd like you to start thinking about what it is that you would like to create for yourself this year, today. What would you like to create for yourself? What have you been desiring? What have you been thinking about? There are projects that you're working on, changes coming up in career with your current career, anything with relationships, anything with matters of the heart and love, prosperity, abundance, a healthier body, a healthier mind, creating more freedom for yourself, having more choices. You choose. What does this look like for you? Perhaps you're drawn to more travel, working on any projects that may have been held off for quite some time and now they're coming up, or are there different things that you feel guided to do, but you're not quite sure how to get there? Imagine that you are taking these very things, what it is that you desire, what it is that you would like to create for yourself, and you're adding them to your blank canvas. This is your new earth. This is your world. Perhaps it's more peace. This can be for yourself. This can be for your loved ones. This can be for the world. What is it that you would like to create? Let's take a moment with this. Allow the pictures, the images, the words to flow through. You may even feel drawn to the different paintbrushes and paints and colors and markers to draw this out, write this out. And again, you can come back to this meditation at any time. Now I'd like you to take one more last look at your canvas. And you can add to this. Anytime you think of something else that you want to add to this canvas, you can come back to this desk, to your canvas, and continue to build on it, continue to add to it. And ask yourself the question, what do I want to create? What do I want to experience? How do I want my life to look? So imagine that you are just pouring these images that are in this canvas, just making that connection from your heart to the canvas and from the canvas to your heart, pouring that love, sharing that exchange of energy. And now, from where you are seated at this desk, we're going to take a moment to go within. And this is where we have the opportunity to ask ourselves, where do I feel stuck? Where do I feel pain? What am I afraid of? What am I afraid to lose? What have I already lost? What am I afraid to look at? What emotions are coming up for me at this time? What am I willing to let go of at this time to make space within me so that I can start to create and bring in more of what it is that I truly desire, that I truly deserve? I'm going to start speaking the light language. And with the image that I shared earlier of the light language that was drawn on the canvas, it's multi-layered. There's many messages, many codes within that image. That is also going to assist with this process to help you with releasing, but to also help you with manifesting, creating space in your life for what you deserve, for what you desire. And I'm going to start speaking the light language to you now. Shri ta pai ta na me na la mo ti na pa e tu ti na ma le pe te nu te la pa le te tu. Ai te da po na ma te tu te na pa le pe tu na ma la. It's tu te na pa wo che wo na ma le te wo te na pa. Aji tu te na ba la le pe te wo te na po te la pa le pe te na po te na pa. Aji tu na pa te wo te na mai tu te na ba le pe te te mo. Che palle pace, pui tina malele pe, pui la pace, tutu na pa, e utina na mala pa, e tutu na pala la pa. E chi pu ti la pa che la po che la po i ti la mala le pe. E che la pa le pe. E chu chi la pa le pe te ruri da pa le pe. E che la pa la pa. Chu ti la pe te ruri le ne ma le pe tu ne na pa le te pue te na pe te na pa te tu te na pa. E chi tu te na ma te te vu na pa te te vu na pe te na pa tu le pa la pa. E te ta pu te na pa. This message is for the inner child. We, the Galactic Council, also known as the Galactic Federation of Light, we are here with you today. We see the great progress, we see the great strides that you have been making. We applaud you for this. Continue to push past your fears and your worries and your doubts. Continue to do the deep inner work that is required from each and every one of you. We support you. We are here with you. We love you. Thank you for doing your part in creating this new earth. Place one of your hands over your heart, or just imagine that you're placing your hand over your heart, taking in all that you receive from today's transmission. We're going to start our journey back. Take one last look at your desk, your canvas, the images, the messages, and we're going to stand up from the seat that you were sitting on that came with your desk, and you're going to start to walk back in the direction that you came from. Continuing to place one foot in front of the other. Continuing to walk forward. You're going to start to feel yourself back in your body. Move your fingers and your toes. Being present. I'm going to take another nice deep breath in through the nose. Completely exhale that air out of the mouth. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Just have a few helpful tips and reminders. Anytime you receive any type of energy healing, I cannot stress the importance enough to hold space for yourself, take some time to integrate, receive the messages, perhaps journal, reflect. As Dominique mentioned earlier, if you feel drawn to creating something with artwork, most definitely. There's no right or wrong with this. Just being present for whatever comes through for you today in the next few, coming days. And drink lots and lots and lots and lots of water, more than you normally do. Take those breaths in, breaths out. Get extra rest where you can. And I am sending you so much love right now. If you have any questions surrounding what was shared today, feel free to add your comments in the feed, and I will get back to you as quickly as I can. If you'd like to learn more about all the amazing therapeutic benefits of what I've shared with you today, such as light language therapy, distant Reiki therapy, I also do quantum energy healing, life coaching, psychic readings, medium readings. Take a look at my website, which is reikiangelichaNds.com. All the information can be found on my services page. A lot of different ways to stay connected with me, not just on YouTube, on Facebook. You can also find me on Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn. I have a podcast and catch me on a lot of different platforms. The links are there. So see what resonates with you. If you'd like to schedule a session or perhaps receive a recommendation on what I would suggest would be a good starting point for you, don't hesitate to reach out. Let's connect and get you started on your journey to wellness. It's going to look on the, oh, beautiful. So nice, Dominic. Thank you. So nice to see that, Carly. I love that fairy realm. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Beautiful messages. Thank you for joining me today. If there is someone out there that you feel could benefit from what I've shared today, please feel free to share this on any of your platforms. I'm forever grateful for that. I always believe that we do so many things, as one, but we're even more powerful when we work together as a team. And I'm really, really grateful for um, the likes, the loves, the hearts, the shares. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being here today, and enjoy the rest of your day and this, just harnessing these beautiful energies that we're all in. Take care. Thank you.